I am remaking this video to better fit the parody style that I was aiming for with this series. This video was not only, well, not even a parody, it was just an overall bad video. In this video, I will cover the same topic of horrible Reddit comments videos, but entirely focused on comedy. And this time,
I will be the one reading the stories. r/askreddit. Walmart greeters, what is the craziest thing you've ever seen? Story 1. Oh golly gee, this really takes me back to my golden years. I worked at the Walmart right around my retirement. Other than the occasional shoplifting and ne'er-do-wells doing as they do, nothing bad ever happened. Except for one day. This was right after the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade, so you know things were tense. It was all Mickey versus the world. The millisecond that the parade ended, I swear, they couldn't have timed it any better. But I was staring at the display TVs, tripping absolute balls, and suddenly, wham! I get trampled by hordes upon hordes of random people with shoes, pants, the whole works and all. Everyone is telling their 8-year-old daughters, "Don't worry, sweaty pie. Mickey Mouse will come back one day just like how your hamster came back after being eviscerated by the garbage disposal." Apparently the Mickey the Mouse floating balloon of helium was let loose and was hit by an airplane or something. At least only a couple of people died, but that's not the point. The people. There were so many of them, and of course I had to greet them. It was my job, and their right as a citizen to receive equal treatment from superiors such as myself. I wanted to give everyone a unique experience too, so I had to come up with unique things to say to everyone. After an hour, it had gotten so bad, I was just saying what they looked like, followed by the word fuck or shit. I was screaming and shaking, but luckily I was woken up by my supervisor who was informing me that I was fired after screaming bad no-no cuss words at little kids. I guess you could say Mickey was a hamster. Story 2. Have been working at Walmart for about 10-ish years, and trust me when I say I've seen some shit. Literally. I don't know if it's the worst, but I definitely remember it being pretty weird. Tuesday morning, I come into work, and they've got me filling in for everyone else. After slaving away at practically every corner of the store, I switch out with someone and decide to take a break and work the greeting position at the front. Anyone else who has worked there will know how much of a joke it is. Other than just standing there and checking the occasional receipt so it would look like I was actually doing something, there wasn't much going on. That was until I saw a man I presumed to be homeless slowly walk into the store and hide behind the Salvation Army donation bucket stand that never had a person with a bell or whatever the trope is for those things. I really didn't think much of it until about 10 minutes later I smell what can only be described as airborne death. Luckily, I was needed elsewhere, but from what I was told by the people stuck at the Dunkin' Donuts near the site of the incident, that man shit inside the donation bucket. Apparently, he's well known. Story 3. Not an employee, but a customer. Most notable things I've seen vary from employees absolutely destroying rims in the automotive department to employees nearly running people over with their order pickup carts. One time around Christmas, there was this one time that someone dressed up as the Grinch, and a few other times the greeters would hand out candy, but I think that was holiday specific. Story 4. I worked as a greeter for about 3 months, and in that time I've probably seen more people hit those yellow poles than I've seen the sun. The big glass automatic doors made it almost impossible to not see it happening. People going into handicapped spaces would just keep hitting barriers. I don't even know how they had driver's licenses, mostly because I didn't ask. I would also see a ton of cars pull up to the front doors and slowly drop people off. The people that were then leaving the store would have to navigate around the mess of cars created outside by one person. I think everyone just works in crazier areas than me, I don't know. Story 5. It was so bad I quit the same day. Group of kids rides out from the corner where the electronic safety scooters are kept. Clearly, they were not supposed to be using these devices. I knew right then and there that something was going on and I stopped them. They called me rude insults such as move and asshole. Obviously, I stood my ground, so they just got up out of their seats and tried to run past me. Seeing that they were trying to trick me, I lunged out and grabbed one of those stupid fuckers that tried tricking me. He pushed me away. I was baffled. Does he dare assault a woman? I called over my coach and told him how I was aggressively raped by the evil young aggressors and that I wanted them arrested. Luckily, my surprisingly wide stature hid this incident from the cameras. But they knew I was telling the truth. Why would Big Betsy be lying? She would never do that. No, of course not. No, they caught on, considering this was the 5th time this month. Apparently I'm now banned from the store. Sucks for them. I get to keep all of my Big Betsy lumps to myself, thank you. Story 6. I've never seen anything too crazy, but definitely some impressive stuff. Mostly when people decide not to grab a shopping cart. One guy walked out carrying 2 of the 40-pound cat litter boxes, and another person tried something similar with the big cases of water, but that ended poorly.